Hey guys, it's Carrie, and I just want to give you another peek into my world and let you kind of share some tips on what has been working for me over the last 3 years. I know it's been a while, 3 years, but I feel like I'm having this aha moment now where I'm finally starting to see the fruits of my labor. I've been doing the same thing for 3 years and haven't strayed away, and I'm now starting to see people come to me. If you are just starting out, I welcome you to this team. If you have been here for a long time and are just a discount coach, or if you've been trying to work the business and just don't feel like you're getting any traction, let me just tell you, I've been there. I know what it's like. I've been through the trenches, so to speak. And I'm hoping today I can share just a few tips to just tell you a little bit about my story, about what has worked for me, and hopefully something will spark something in you to kind of pick up and try again. The number one thing I just want to encourage you to do is just try some of these things. Watch this video and just try some of the tips that I'm telling you and see if it makes a difference over the next few months. We're heading into a slower period naturally as summer approaches. People are busy, they go on vacations, but that's not to say that things can't happen. But the other thing that I'm noticing is when you lay that groundwork, when you lay that foundation, then when September rolls around and people are ready to do stuff, you've already laid that work and people are ready to go. They know who you are, they know what you stand for, and they're ready to go now that they have a little more time. So sometimes you just have to lay that foundation first and kind of wait and see what happens. The first thing that I will tell you is one of the most vital behaviors that we talk about in Team Beachbody is that you have to invite people. And I shared a little about that in the last video, but the importance of inviting is if you don't share with others what you're doing and you don't get excited about it, which I know you all are because you're seeing amazing results, but if you don't tell people about what you're doing, they're not going to know. Even if you're posting occasionally on your Facebook page, the way Facebook keeps changing, they're not going to see those posts all the time. And so if you just randomly post every once in a while a thing about a challenge group, or hey, I just worked out, or whatever it might be, chances are people aren't going to see it. And if they do, they might like it, they might kind of move on their day, they might scroll over it, but they're not really engaged. You haven't given them any sense of like what this is all about. And it may just come out of left field that you've just finally maybe you've just started coaching and you just come out of left field with this post, and now they're wondering, well, what's this all about? I'm just going to keep scrolling on. So just a little peek into what I did in the beginning. Since day one, I started the process of inviting people. And a simple private message to them, I would post things on my wall, but what I do when I invite people is I private message them. And I will go into, let's say Adam. Let's say I'm going to invite my husband to a challenge group. I will go in on Facebook and I will private message him and say, hey Adam, I'm starting this new group in a few weeks and I just wondered if you might be interested. Simple as that. You can state a challenge group, or if you have no specific challenge group in mind, you could just simply say, I have this challenge group starting. We're going to be focusing on health and fitness, and I just wondered if you might be interested. And that's all you have to do. 2 sentences, it takes about 1 minute, if that. And then you can copy and paste and do it with other people. When I first started, I invited 60 to 70 people every month. And I mean, that's what I did. I sent 70 invites, just the basic little sentence right there. And then what the most important part is that I did is I followed up with them. And we'll get to that in a second here with the video. But I wanted to let you know that it takes more than 5 people. It takes more than 10 people. It still takes me more than 10 people to invite to get 5 people in a challenge group. So if you started out as just a discount coach, or even as a coach, but now you've become discount because it didn't work for you for whatever reason, so you decided to kind of just back off and just drink the shakes and do your workouts and have fun, and you just want the discount. Maybe what happened is you invited 5, 10 people, and everyone said no, and you thought, well, this isn't working. I'm not going to keep doing this. And so you quit, and you didn't try again because it's that fear of, that overall fear of rejection. Because who likes to be told no? And who likes to be rejected? And you have all these, if you're like me, you have all these internal thoughts of, oh, they're talking about me. Or, oh, I don't want to be, I don't want to be that person that people, talk about in a circle. Like, oh my gosh, Carrie Klaus, every time I talk to her, it's Beachbody this or blah, blah, blah. I have learned that I have to get over that fear. I love and adore these products, and they have given me amazing results. The Shakeology I drink every single day. The workouts I do every single day. And it's amazing the difference between now and 3 years ago. Like I said before, I know most of you have gotten those amazing results too. Why wouldn't you want to share? 10 people, 20 people, 30 people, share what you're doing. And just say, hey, I'm starting this new challenge group. I would love some accountability. Would this be something that you'd be interested in too? Partnering with me, teaming up with me, and walking through this challenge group. And then we work on the next steps of inviting. Now, just fast forward 3 years now, I'm inviting around 20 to 30 people a month, if that. What I'm finding now, because I've been here for 3 years and doing the same exact thing that I was 3 years ago, I'm finding now that I have more confidence and that people come to me because they know what I stand for and they know what I'm about. And so I highly encourage you to stay consistent in what you do, even if you continue to get no, no, no. Or, no, I'm really busy, not right now. Or, come back to me next month. I'd like to see what this is all about, but I don't have the time right now. You know what? I put in my tracker, I'm going to check in with that person next month. So that's the final point that I want to tell you about, is the most important part of the inviting process is to make sure you track. You have to track who you've invited, when you invited them, what's the date that you invited, and if you're doing what I do, I try to do 5 people a day. You might not have 5 people a day, but 2 people a day you could do. So you put who, when, what did you invite them to? Did you invite them to look at the challenge group? Did you invite them to look at the coaching opportunity? Is this someone who needs that extra income that could really benefit from this? Or maybe they just love health and fitness, and you can say, hey, I've started this business and it's going really well. Or, I would love to partner with you and see if we can do this together because I'm very excited and I would love to have someone else like you on my team. And then the most important step after you've gotten those 3 on your tracker is you make sure that you follow up with those people. And I typically go 3 to 5 days and then I'll follow up with them again. And here is the key. The most important part. Not only do you have to invite, but you have to follow up, and you might have to follow up more than once. I have had to follow up with people 6 and 7 times. And it's not each time I say something different, but the bottom line is people are busy. I have had messages that I don't get back to for several days or even weeks because I forget about them. We check things on our phone and then we forget about them when we get home and we sit on our couch and we watch our TV show or we get our workout done and we're tired and so we go straight to bed. So we're all busy. It happens. And I've been guilty of it, so I know that others are guilty of it. So we can see on Facebook if they've read it, but that doesn't mean that they've actually taken it in. It just means that they opened it and they've acknowledged it, and now they've moved on. So don't take silence as a no. You have to follow up. And what I tend to do when I follow up is I simply say, hey, I'm sorry to bug you, and I hope I'm not, but I have this group starting, and I just want to know, should I save you a spot, or should I kind of follow up with you next month? And 9 times out of 10, people will come back and say, I'm so sorry, I meant to message you. I totally forgot about this message. Hey, I'm really interested. Or, this is really not a good time. Such and such is happening. Could you check in with me next month? Great. So I move on and I put them on my next month's list. But that's the most important thing, is to keep following up. And if you're doing your daily activities, that should be something that is naturally part of your daily work. You should have your inviting, your following up, and then you're posting 1 or 2 things on Facebook. Has nothing to do with Beachbody. It has something to do with you. Because what you as a coach are selling is you are selling products, yes, but you're selling, or what am I trying to say? You're trying to tell people or give people a peek into your world so that they start to follow you. Not your products, but they start to follow you and your story. That's why people become friends with you, because they see that you're genuine and they care and they want to be next to you and near you. So just remember that. So what I want you to do over the next week is I want you to take every day and invite 5 people. Just 5 people. All right? Simple. Hey, we're starting a challenge group. I'd love to know if this would be something that you'd be interested in. That's all you have to do. And then make sure that you follow up. If you want more information about the tracking that I use, I just use an Excel spreadsheet, but I've had the same one and I just do a tab for each month so I know how many people I've invited each month. If you want more information about that, I would love to share that with you. If you have any questions, you can always message me, email me, or give me a call. You know where to find me. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye.